Hi class. Today I'm going to explain the triple threat position. Such as the athletic stance is a fundamental basketball skill, the triple threat position is basically a ball protection skill. I'm sure if you have played basketball, you have experienced this position, and if you don't play basketball often, and suddenly you got all kinds of attention from the defense, most inexperienced players will panic, pull the ball into their stomach, or even throw it away. And it's only a matter of time until there's a bad pass, like I just showed, that leads to a turnover, or the defense gets a jump ball. Not only does this player turn their back on the team, making it very difficult for them to see the rest of the court and what's going on, but their focus is on protecting themselves like a scared dog being challenged, and they are very passive. If you put yourself in the triple threat position, like with this, the player protects the ball, but is also taking an aggressive stance to go on the offensive. Now let's cover the basis of a triple threat position. The ball sits on your hip, and the foot on that side is normally dropped back, and the ball will be on your baseline side. Your feet are parallel, and your head is up. Some inexperienced players rotate their feet to the ball side, but just forces you to go to that side and it makes it easier to guard. So instead, keep your feet straight and your head up so you are a threat to go either way. And you want your back straight as well, like an athletic stance. So you place your hands on the ball as you would prior to a shot, and the ball is behind the ball, and your wrist should be ready to fire. You should feel the tendons in your wrist and on the back of your hand stretching. Don't let your elbow drift up too high, because it'll reduce your quickness. The opposite hand should be on the side of the ball, keeping your shoulders square, meaning that your chest is pointed directly forward, and you want to try and keep your shoulders level so you can create a protective pocket for the ball. I'll demonstrate once again. You want your knees bent too, that's very important. So you want your head up because you want to see what your teammate and your opponents are doing, and your body and the ball are in a position to do any of the things in a triple threat position. The first thing you could do is dribble attack to the basket. The second thing you can do is pass the ball, my least favorite thing I don't recommend. And the third thing you can do is quickly pull for a jump shot. If your opponent gets too close, you should immediately launch out with a lunge step. I'll say the garbage is here. A lunge step so you can attack quickly to the basket. If your opponent hangs back against the drive, that's when you would take a pull-up jump shot. Now, the triple threat position, besides being a great way to protect the ball and attack your opponent, it forces you to pause for a while and see what's taking place on the court. It can answer questions such as your teammate that is wide open on the cut to the basket coming, or you can just take a moment to find yourself in the heat of the game. You can practice the triple threat position yourself. You want to get an athletic stance, and you want to flip the ball up towards you with a backspin. And let the ball bounce into your hands, onto your hip, and keep your back straight, keep your head up, behind the ball, and your wrist right here, and keep it on the side of your hip. Practice is move from both sides so you can be proficient, and you'll see success.